Welcome to Standard Voice Television Global News today, 11 June 2026. Equivalent Islamic calendar 25th Zulhijjah 1447 after Hijrah. I am Hamida Muhammad Idris. In the headlines, the government rolls out new guidelines for honorary doctorate awards. Senate orders media carries arrest over NNPC 210 trillion naira audit queries. Northern elders demand security emergency amid kidnappings and banditry surge. On the international scene, World Health Organization raises alarm over blood shortage in Africa. On a sport update, Cristiano Ronaldo reacts to Portugal's victory against Super Eagles. These and more news will be coming to you in the bulletin. Thank you for joining us on the news in details. The government has rolled out new procedures regulating the award and use of honorary doctorate degrees in Nigerian universities in a move aimed to curbing abuse and restoring credibility to the academic system. The Minister of Education, Maruf Alausa, who disclosed this in a statement, said that procedures were introduced to address growing concerns over the abuse, commercialization, and misuse of honorary academic awards. The Director of Press and Public Relations at the Federal Ministry of Education, Falashade Boreo, explained that the policy approved by the Federal Executive Council FEC was developed by the National Universities Commission (NUC). The minister added that under the new rules, only universities that have graduated their first set of PhD students will be eligible to confer honorary doctorate degrees, while institutions are also limited to a maximum of 3 honorary awards per convocation ceremony. The guidelines further stipulate that honorary doctorates must carry the designation honoris causa, while recipients are prohibited from using the title Dr. solely on the basis of the award. Media professionals have been charged to take a leading role in countering misinformation and fake news, emphasizing that dominance of the information space is critical to strengthening national security and achieving operational success. The Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Waidi Shaibu gave the charge at the opening ceremony of the Directorate of Army Public Relations DAPR Combined First and Second Quarter Media Workshop 2026 held at the Army War College, Nigeria. He also described strategic communication as a vital force multiplier in modern military operations, noting that effective media integration is dispensable to joint and multi-agency operational success. Shaibu, who was represented by the Chief of Civil Military Affairs Army Major General Musa Isundagi, noted that the media remains a key partner in shaping narratives, building public confidence, and denying adversaries the opportunity to exploit information gaps. Earlier in her welcome remarks, the Acting Director, Army Public Relations, Colonel Apollonia Aneli, highlighted the importance of the workshop in addressing Nigeria's evolving security landscape. Nigeria Data Protection Commission (NDPC) has called on the world's largest technology companies to make direct investment to safeguard its users in Africa. This move represents a significant advancement in digital governance across the continent. This initiative follows the launch of a 2-year data protection program by the Regulatory Commission in partnership with media platforms to enhance privacy awareness, data security, and digital accountability across Nigeria. Dubbed the Meta-supported Initiative for Data Protection SIDP program stemmed from a court-approved settlement created in 2025 following regulatory actions against Meta over the management of Nigerian users' personal data. As part of the agreement, Meta has pledged to back and finance a series of public interest projects aimed at bolstering Nigeria's data protection framework. A nationwide protest has been arranged for June 12 against deteriorating national insecurity, severe economic hardship, and a sharp drop in living standards across Nigeria. Human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has partnered with 16 civil society organizations, CSOs, to lead the nationwide protest. The coalition comprises trade unions, youth groups, social movement, and faith-based organizations noted that demonstration is timed to coincide with Nigeria's annual Democracy Day. According to organizers, widespread administrative failures leave ordinary citizens with nothing to celebrate on this anniversary, and also knock official security narratives, arguing that promises of safety have been consistently contradicted by the realities faced by rural farmers, commuters, and school children. It will be recalled that the date was designated by the federal government to honor Chief Moshood MKO Abiola, the presumed winner of the annual June 12, 1993 presidential election. Nigerian Senate has ordered the arrest of former Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), Mele Kyari, following his failure to appear before the committee probing 210 trillion naira audit queries relating to NNPCL's finances between 2017 and 2023. The Senate Committee on Public Accounts issued the directive during an investigative hearing chaired by Ibrahim Ngombo. The committee is investigating audit queries raised by the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation concerning NNPCL's financial record during the period under review. Kyari's absence from the hearing sparked heated debate among committee members, with some senators calling for his immediate arrest, while others urged the panel to grant him another opportunity to appear. Senators Salim Mustafa and Tony Oye informed the committee that the NNPCL boss was reportedly receiving medical treatment in Germany and should be given another chance to honor the invitation. The Senate panel is expected to submit its findings after concluding its review of the audit queries raised against the National Oil Company. The news is coming to you on Standard Voice Television. So to come in the news. Northern elders demand security emergency amid kidnappings and banditry surge. On the international scene, World Health Organization raises alarm over blood shortage in Africa. And on sports updates, Cristiano Ronaldo reacts to Portugal's victory against Super Eagles. These are more news to be coming to you after this short break.
Imagine say television, movies, news and entertainment dey your pocket, just like that. Welcome to Svtv app. Now the #1 digital TV app for Nigeria. Svtv app get over 100 live TV channels, breaking news, sports, Nollywood movies, small pikin shows and plenty more inside one app. No decoder wahala, no plenty setup. Just download, open, begin the watch. To get the app, just search Svtv for Google Play Store or Svtv NG for Apple App Store, or scan the QR code for your screen. Registration will take you seconds. You fit use phone number, email, WhatsApp, Google or Apple ID. OTP even dey, so make your account dey safe. For inside the app, the live TV section get over 100 licensed channels with program guide, pause, rewind and catch up. Svtv no be ordinary app. Na digital revolution. Download Svtv today.
Welcome back from that short break, and now the news continues. Federal government has been advised to declare a national security emergency over the worsening violence, kidnappings and bandit attacks across the country, which poses a serious threat to Nigeria's stability and economic survival. Spokesperson for Northern Elders Forum, Abakar Jiddari, in a statement said Nigeria is experiencing an unprecedented security crisis, with criminal activities spreading across several regions and leaving millions of Nigerians vulnerable. The statement also expressed worry over what it described as the government's inability to adequately protect lives and property, noting that communities in states such as Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, Niger, Plateau, Benue, Kogi, Kwara, Borno, Oyo, Edo, Enugu, and Imo continue to face attacks from bandits, kidnappers, and other armed groups. He also lamented that the growing prevalence of kidnapping for ransom had transformed into a sophisticated criminal enterprise fueled by weak law enforcement. porous borders, illegal arms proliferation, and inadequate intelligence coordination. The group said the consequences of the security challenges were evident in declining agricultural production, displacement of farming communities, collapsing rural economics, disruption of education, and increasing poverty among affected families. Still on insecurity, terrorists reportedly killed a Nigerian Army lieutenant officer and 6 other soldiers in an ambush around the Rigatican axis of Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. Security sources said the troops had earlier embarked on a routine operation patrol following recent clearance missions against armed groups operating around the Kaduna-Zaria corridor. The soldiers were said to be returning from the operation when heavily armed attackers ambushed them, triggering a fast-going battle. Reinforcement troops were said to have been deployed to the area while follow-up operations are ongoing to track the fleeing attackers and prevent further security breaches. Meanwhile, military authorities had yet to issue an official statement on the incident. Zamfara State Police Command and other security agencies have killed 6 bandits in an attempted act on Kanoma town in Gidandaji village in Kanoma district of Maru local government area of the state. The command spokesperson Yazid Abubakar in a statement disclosed that the attack occurred on Tuesday when a large group of armed bandits invaded the communities with sophisticated weapons including rocket-propelled grenades, general-purpose machine guns, anti-aircraft guns, and AK-47 rifles. He also added that a joint security team comprising police tactical operatives from the Maru Division military personnel attacked to Operation Fansariyamba operatives of the Violence Crime Response Unit and local vigilantes swiftly mobilized to the area after receiving a distress call. The development came just 24 hours after the command announced that a joint security team had repelled a bandit attacks following a 2-hour gun battle along Gadar Manya in Anka local government area of the state. Moving to the foreign scene, World Health Organization WHO has raised alarm over persistent shortages in blood supply across the African region, warning that millions of patients remain at risk due to inadequate access to safe blood and blood products. The WHO Regional Director for Africa, Mohamed Yakub Janabi, made the assertion in a message to commemorate the 2026 World Blood Donor Day, themed "One Drop of Humanity, Give Blood, Save Lives." He noted that although countries in the region have recorded notable progress in blood donation over the years, demand for safe blood continues to outpace supply. The regional director noted that blood donations in Africa increased from about 2.2 million in the early 2000s to nearly 7 million in 2023, while the proportion of voluntary unpaid donors has also improved significantly. Janabi, however, warned that region still records an average of only 6 blood donations per 1,000 people, far below the level required to meet basic health care needs. He also emphasized the importance of life of voluntary blood donation and called on governments, health institutions, and citizens to strengthen support for national blood programs. So on foreign scenes, some experts have asserted that Africa's audiovisual and sound heritage is under threat from media degradation, climate-related challenges, technological obsolescence, limited resources, and constraints on institutional capacity. The expert gave the warning in the webinar identifying, safeguarding, and managing risks to sound and audiovisual archives and collections held on 9 June 2026. Speakers stressed that many of Africa's sound and audiovisual collections contain unique historical, cultural, and social records that may exist nowhere else. The webinar highlighted the growing impact of climate change and environmental conditions on archival collections. They also noted that rising temperatures, fluctuating humidity, flooding, and extreme weather events are accelerating the creation of both analog and digital materials, creating new preservation challenges for institutions across the continent. Finally, to the sporting scene, Portugal captain Cristiano Ronaldo has reacted following his side's international friendly 2-1 win against Nigeria's Super Eagles in Illyria. Pedro Neto gave the hosts the lead in the encounter before Aku Adams equalized for Nigeria before halftime. However, in the second half, Francisco Sincero scored to give Portugal the victory against the Eagles. Ronaldo, while reacting in post on Instagram, maintained that the preparation for the World Cup is done, adding that he and his teammates will now focus on the tournament. Portugal is in Group K at the World Cup and will face Democratic Republic of Congo, Colombia and Uzbekistan. Finally on the news, the top stories again. The government rolls out new guidelines for honorary doctorate awards. Senate orders media carriers arrest over NNPC 210 trillion naira audit queries. Northern Elders domestic security emergency amid kidnappings and banditry surge. On the international scene, World Health Organization raises alarm over blood shortage in Africa. On a sport update, Cristiano Ronaldo reacts to Portugal's victory against Super Eagles. That's Standard Voice Television Global News for today. On behalf of the news editor and the production crew led by Ilya Adamu Ota, I am Hamida Muhammad Idris, thanking you for investing your time and staying with the news.